and also for those who have not participated in one of the greatest American rights that we have. But definitely, when I say I'm humbled, I'm very grateful and blessed by God to be standing here before you again. Once again, after an election on November 8th, we proved to be successful, but there's many people that I want to thank. Starting out with the voters of the city of Flint, as well as those who helped put the process together. Our clerk, Deputy Clerk Davina Donahue, stepping up in a very critical time inside the city of Flint where we don't have a permanent clerk in position and or a county clerk in position. I think her and her team did a fantastic job. The results came back a little late, but that's fine, but that's to be expected when we have different anomalies that happen out through the day. I want to take time and opportunity to thank my family, my wonderful, wonderful family. My wife, Cynthia Neeley, State Representative Cynthia Neeley, and my two daughters. This is the first election that I have won without the presence of my mother here in the physical. So definitely I want to take a moment just to pause to just tell her thank you. Every child's dream is to make their parents proud, and I think I fulfilled that before her passing. And also I want to thank others that have came across the finish line of being victorious in their electoral positions. I want to thank State Representative Cynthia Neeley. I just thanked her as my wife, but also State Senator John Cherry, county commissioners that were elected, Congressman Dan Kildee, Governor Gretchen Whitmer, and also Lieutenant Governor Garland Gilchrist, Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, and also our Attorney General Dana Nessel. As we express the greatest American right that we have as citizens in this country, we have to understand what democracy really looks like. And how does that really look? Because when we look at the level of discourse in the community or discourse in electoral activity, commercials, pushing back against one another, there's a bridge and a divide that's caused as a byproduct of that. Today, November 9th, we go to work as one city, as one county, as one state, and one country, to unite the divide, to work together for the common good of residents in this great country. One of the things that we cannot afford is to be divided. We have to come together. This administration, the Neeley administration moving forward, we will definitely be extending the olive branch out to those who want to be a bipartisan appreciation type of gathering together. I reach out to our co-branch of equal government, our city council, once again, to be able to say, let's move the people's agenda forward. And so we are one community. And so with that said, we want to speak about other great news. We talk about the level of collaboration and partnerships that we have. We talked about a game changer in this region. One of the largest brownfield sites in the state of Michigan is the old Buick City site. We had many dialogues, many discussions over the course of 2 decades about how can we repurpose this property to be able to be good for the common use for residents inside the city of Flint. Racer Trust and now Ashley Capital is going to be purchasing this property, but definitely we had to put together a level of dollars to be able to remediate some portions of that property. We had the state government come in today with the announcement that they are going to supply $8 million to that effort, to that collaborative effort from the city of Flint, the county of Genesee, and also philanthropic dollars to get us over that threshold. We're expecting more than 3,000 jobs to be created at this site. Game changer for this region. This is a byproduct of working together, and these are some of the fruits that we can gain by working together. With that said, I am so excited to be returned as the 95th mayor. I served in a 94th capacity, in which I do now. After the swearing in, I'll be the 95th mayor of this great city, and I'm so very proud to be in this position to be able to help people. With that, I'll take a few questions.
On the strategic fund, that was approved today?
It was approved earlier this morning around 11 a.m. Today, I think they released a press release as well speaking to that. It was a special meeting to be carried out to be able to get this so we can move forward very quickly so we don't lose the developer and or the purchaser and other businesses related to this project.
Is this the last piece of the puzzle before the purchase goes through, or is there any other hurdles that have to be covered?
Some environmental pieces that has to still be sought out, and that's going to be done with Eagle and also the purchaser, making sure that now we can move forward with this project. Racer Trust will be definitely involved in that process as well. But definitely, this was a major hurdle that we overcame today as we foresaw other things in the past. Financially, that's why the city put up some of its American Rescue Plan dollars, as well as the county, and also philanthropic came in to be able to help as well. Yes.
Hi. You talked earlier about how the underlying goal here is to move people's agenda forward. Besides the Buick City site being redeveloped, what does that mean? What can the community expect to see from your administration over the next 4 years?
Right. We set forth the priorities that we had when we first came into office. Reducing crime in our community. We are very proud to say crime is down by 40%. Reducing gun violence. We're still under a gun violence emergency. Capturing guns and destroying them, making sure they can never revisit any community to cause harm or any family or individuals again. We want to continue to provide recreational opportunities. We now have a state park coming to our community to expand upon those. Demolition projects that we have now placed a $45 million package to eliminate 2,200 homes by the year 2024. Those speaks to the recreational, economics, education, and safety portions of the people's agenda. These are the things that we hear a lot as it relates to how we can improve the quality of life of residents. And speaking also to that is the reduction of the cost of water. This administration, and I'm going to repeat this administration believes that water is a human right. We have shown so in our actions. We have placed a $300 payment on every residential water customer inside the city of Flint, costing $8.6 million of our ARPA dollars. We're moving forward with our flat rate water study to continue to reduce the cost of water. We're kind of stuck in some ways because the city of Flint was signed into a 30-year agreement with the Detroit system prior to this administration. We still have another 27 years to go. When every other village, township, municipality inside of Genesee County uses a different water source. Flint is the only one that still uses the Detroit source, but the cost of water is very troublesome to many people, and so we have a duty and obligation to try to figure out ways to reduce it. The $300 water payment we provided with residents reduced the cost of water by 1/4 of the yearly cost of water. And this saves residents money at a very, very critical time. And so we want to continue that forward push, and that is what I call the people's agenda. Eric?
I'm good.
All right. He's a happy guy.
Mr. Mayor, have you heard from the leader campaign? Communications since last time?
No communications from the opposition, not in 2019 nor in 2022. But I definitely, if I have to make the call, I'm willing to do so because it's very important for us to move forward. We're not fueled by anger, by malice, by envy, by hate. We will not fuel this administration with those things. We want to be able to speak to people's hopes and their aspirations and their dreams and work through partnerships. And I'm extending an olive branch to anyone of like thinking that wants to work with this administration to improve the lives of residents in this great city. It's important to do so. I've often said that children cannot become what they cannot see, but they will emulate what they do see. And if you have individuals standing in a position like this, or individuals running or on city council or school boards that's acting in a dysfunctional way, kids may emulate that. These positions that we hold at one time was called honorable. We start out by saying the honorable in many different places, but our conduct has to be able to reflect what that is. So this administration will reflect that, so children can gaze up into this administration and aspire to be more. And so we want to make sure that we put that imagery out for this community. We deserve that. Our residents deserve that. No longer should we be looked upon as a victim, but more of us as a victor. We have our challenges. We're at the intersection of crisis, a water crisis, financial crisis, civil unrest, a pandemic, and we've handled them through the blessings of God. We've handled them well, and we're moving forward, and we're doing so with intent. We're doing so in an intentional way. We've been able to save people's pensions here. We've been able to reduce the cost of water here. We've been able to save lives by taking guns off the street here. Those were planned processes, and we do it with a level of intent, and we will continue to do so with a positive attitude and a positive momentum. So whether you be an educator, a person in the faith-based community, a regular resident of the city of Flint, elected official, you're called upon right now. And so I'm laying down the gauntlet of peace for all to follow. Okay, that means I talked a lot and I covered a lot. So therefore we can take it and let's go forth and spread the good news. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, I stayed to 8:30. So yes, I thought you stayed to 4 though. I really did.
In my mind,